Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as the red Byzantines, we have the TheMista. Spawn on top left side as the blue English, we have LoueMT. And those have got a man-at-arms rush here. First man-at-arms will soon is being deployed on the field. I'm not sure if it's going for more than one. Currently collecting up no gold. Of course, he does have plenty of gold for a man-at-arms. And we just got the one there. I think Red Scout may have spotted this, so he does have to be careful. His gold mine's way over here, so he does have plenty time to get enough gold to age up. Though the cistern's not close enough. The cistern's not properly placed to get for all the villagers, just 2 out of 3. He does also have this one out of range of cistern as well that's collecting up stone. He is also, if we haven't noticed, going for early stone there. Does go ahead and get enough gold there. Now we collect the sheeple. And the man-arms kind of stone will be forced away. He does have enough stone for another cistern. First one's 50, next one's 100, then 150, 200, then 250 if I remember correctly. He's also going for a bit of wood, so he's eyeing for something. Which makes me wonder, if he's going for wood now, he's probably not going to go for the hippodrome. He's probably going to go for the Grand Olive something. The one for, that's olive oil base. I've got man-at-arms torching down both mining camps, very nice. He does have enough resources. Oh, he is going for Grand Hippodrome, so maybe designed for that, just to get wood for housing, all that sort. Over here, the English can now age up, and now he's eyeing for the council hall. He does have his deer right next to the trees here, and they will be, that's a good collection point there, while this one's a bit more exposed. We got a mill now on the field, another cistern as well, and now the aqueduct's going on up. This will help him collect the wood quite nicely, as well as these berry bushes. Of course, the hippodrome will act as a staple and give him access to triumph ability. The fact that it's just stable makes it very nice. Doesn't really need gold in next age, due to the fact that he doesn't have any gold intensive units. So gets access to horseman, spearman, and archer. So I realized I didn't have Rumble shown over here, so I can't see if there's any live chat. And there we go, that's fixed. And now the deer are being claimed. Does scare a couple of them towards the edge of the forest. Got an archer range going up as well. He's also stabbing the deer with his cavalry, trying to get them all into a pile. This one's a bit far away, but a mill right there should be adequate. Also, this deer deposit is only 5 deer, large. And blue is eyeing for a handful of palisade walls over here. Blue does, of course, have his man-at-arms, have built out a couple hardened spearmen, and now going for one additional spearman. I think he did see the hippodrome, so it's a good idea that he does need to get out some spearmen to deal with them. Longbowmen should be kept to a minimum. Scout there. Got a good number of horsemen over here, and we may see a conflict over here relatively soon. Yes. We do also have a villager here eyeing for an outpost. And these berries are being cleaned up now. There's not a lot of berries on this map. There's some more berries over here. So if he wants to get more olive oil, he has to create it himself through the olive grove. Outpost being plotted there. Horseman does spot it. Do we see? We don't see the explorators. I probably butchered that word like every other word I do. There's a good number of horsemen here, but this one does have a handful of spearmen. Probably can stand to get more spearmen and horsemen. Man-at-arms will also be good, because man-at-arms will beat horsemen 1v1. The cost is the same amount, barring the gold versus wood, as well as be very effective versus these archers as well. So mixing in some man-at-arms along this force wouldn't be half bad. He does get the early man-at-arms, upgrading vanguard man-at-arms or early man-at-arms. Outpost going on up. And now you also have the wheelbarrow being researched as well. Horsemen traversing around. We got another pair of longbowmen and spearmen. Longbowmen can, since they have higher base damage, they can punch the horseman's armor a little bit better than regular archers. But now we do have some oil being invested into some keshiks. Keshiks, of course, are heavy cav, still vulnerable to spearmen, but they will punch a little bit harder. Trying to fully encircle there. That's a good number of spearmen here. His archers need to focus down those spearmen. He has activated Triumph there. Most of the spearmen are being properly focused down. The man-at-arms are being picked off. Triumph does also affect the Keshik, which is a very good, powerful combination. The outpost does get cancelled there, and the rest of this force will be cleaned on up. Great encirclement there. All the longbowmen have gone down. Got a mix of spearmen and men-at-arms here. Keshiks will be useful versus the men-at-arms, but he can only deploy them in smaller numbers. As a handful of archers remaining, got scattered forces here. He's to perhaps rally over. More man-at-arms being deployed on the field. More longbows as well. Going from mass man-at-arms will still be a good, viable strategy for the Byzantines. While Keshiks will love to hit, will be effective versus fighting man-at-arms. As I mentioned beforehand, he can only deploy them in small numbers. Currently he has 2, and he's likely not going to get any more anytime soon. They do cost 400 olive oil for 2, and his olive oil income is just simply not high enough to maintain production. Like I'll see. You could eye for some Magadai, which are, in my opinion, useless at most points in the game. Desert Riders wouldn't be half bad. Musafati warriors could be decent in this age, and mercenary camp archers. Yeah, the only thing I could say that could be useful is either Desert Raiders or those Musafati warriors. But either way, he doesn't really have enough oil income to really benefit from either of them. So the Musafati warriors do have camouflage, which could be useful. Pushing forward a bunch of villagers over here. Both sides are going to rapidly go through this wood deposit, which either allows them to attack through here or claim the sacred site. This area can be easily walled off through stone walls, and whoever first breaks in the area probably should eye for a handful of stone walls right there if they're not trying to breach through to their opponent's base. The number of mounted units here. Triumph is available. Triumph has about at this point, it's 15 seconds. 15 seconds. I think. How much health regen does Triumph give? Health regeneration by +2 per second. So that would be 30 health regen, which could top off a good number of his powerful wounded units. He doesn't have a large number of wounded units. Scout does go down there. We do, of course, network of castles, giving a good defense bonus for the English. Right now, the numbers are 32 to 35. The value is in favor of blue as well, due to the fact that he's gone for a larger man-at-arms force. This one has got a handful more Keshiks, but still, they will have trouble. Simply not large enough numbers to engage. Plus, there's a handful of spearmen mixed on in. Not a whole lot, though. This opponent does have 21, soon 26 archers. A farm being put out there, though its position makes it so it won't be able to get full encirclement for the farms itself. But it is in a pretty safe location. These other twos are Has a handful of walls, nothing on this side, but he does have an army on this side. May want to send some villagers. Yeah, he's going to send some villagers in the berry bushes to clean those up. As well as give them time to get out enough more wood to get out more farms. Both sides are not going to age up anytime soon. We could do have range armor and range damage and melee damage. Increased attack speed from Triumph will make it a bit more effective. And over here, do got soon to be all the blacksmith research for blue. Does have enough olive oil for another pair of keshiks. He's now getting another pair of keshiks. We have Archer here. Not really important though. And now he's going to bring in his last of his blacksmith research. And ultimately, that makes it everybody's blacksmith research is null and void. Red right now still has a small lower quality of army, does have a larger force on the field. That stone has not been touched. Over here, there's plenty of gold on this side of the map. On this side, there's plenty of stone. There's also a small gold deposit on both sides. Both sides should probably eye to expand down south to this gold deposits. Keep, maybe the White Tower, Berkshire Palace will both be good. I don't know what... I don't think the Byzantines can get a defensive landmark, do they? King's Palace not going up, which will give the English a second town center. The Byzantines right now have more villagers. They do have a second town center, that's why. And that's going for Golden Horn Tower, which will give them free mercenaries, which will likely mean free keshiks. Over here, just another scout, nothing too critical. Red has a sizable army back here as well. His army is split up, so this force, if it pushes it forward, it will die. Getting some damage there, falling back now. Could activate Triumph, which also gives him a speed bonus to order to withdraw better. Now, so there's a number of palisade walls here. They're collecting up deer. Not sure if the deer deposit was about 7 deer. And now we got the age up for both players. Veteran horsemen, veteran archers. Over here we got the armor clad, man-at-arms, and forestry. Which forestry is not an age 3 upgrade, it's age 1. And now it looks like there is free keshiks being pulled out by the Golden Horn, which will give them a sizable army. Or sizable reinforcements of good, cheap, heavy cav. It should spawn in groups of 2, right? Or did they spawn in groups of 3 here? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Or Red may lose his army here. Red's taking quite a bit of damage there. Red's now can move forward here, has veteran horsemen. We don't see veteran longbow nor veteran spearmen. Keshiks and horsemen now pushing over here. Spearmen engaging. Archers need to prioritize fire onto those spearmen. If he gets the spearmen, he's in a much greater position. He has activated Triumph there. Good amount of health regen on his cavalry as well as attack speed. But his cavalry is just getting disintegrated. He did not focus on those spearmen, so now he's not in a great position. His opponent does have armor clad, so these man-at-arms do have 7 armor. These veteran archers have 8 or 9 damage, so if he gets more blacksmith research, they will do 1 damage each, but right now they're doing 2 damage. And these large numbers, he's allowed to focus down the man-at-arms a little bit better. He does also have a handful of crossbowmen now. Cataphracts now being put on the field, even heavy cav. Trying to push forward to hit those longbowmen. Charge there, does get some damage. Man-at-arms being whittled down. Blue's now migrating back with the longbowmen. They are slower than archers. But of course they have more range of damage, and it looks like Red's force is getting split up. He needs to keep these forces together. Overall, it felt like Red overall lost that fight, though he It was a draw overall, but I felt like red probably lost a little bit more there. Now do have a good number of cataphracts in the point of view. More Keshiks, they do spawn in groups of 3. Groups of 3 Keshiks is a very good supplementary force. And who doesn't want free heavy cavalry? So right now I think they're regular Keshiks. No, they are veteran Keshiks. A single long moment engage these villagers. They could try running up and try shanking him. English player right now has no gold, little food and wood. And the Byzantines have plenty of wood and gold, a little bit low in food. They also got some olive groves here. Longbowman gets some damage here. He does not have textiles. And that longbowman does go down. Got an outpost here. It may look like it's made of stone, but it's not. Now got more palisade walls going up for the English. Very nice. The Byzantine players still head on villager count. Search turn levels only at level 3. It's not been collecting additional stone, which will of course only give them what, plus 50% gathering increase. Yep. Right now, in comparison, the English farms are mills are providing plus 25%. So though olive oil is 10% as well, right? Oh, 20%. So, in theory, at this point in time, the Byzantine farms are 10% more effective. Though the English does have one additional research, so technically his farms are currently 5% more effective. Which will be important the longer the game goes on, but not as much right now. Got more crossbowmen there. I think he realizes English players are going for mass man-at-arms. English man-at-arms are very cost-effective since they are a bit more of a farming focus, and enclosures later on just give them good gold generation as well. Then in Smyrna do find a handful of these cataphracts. That cataphract does stay alive. This cataphract seems to fire. Palisade walls going on up. Blue's also trying to pull out palisade walls there. Which red will be trying to block off the set of gold deposit. He does stab the dog to death. And now he's running out. It's 4. I wonder how much. Yep, looks like there's what, 600 something food left on the board. So Pumbaa still has some food to obtain. He's starting to stockpile a bit of gold here. Spearman pushing forward. He will get inside the towers, upgrading to the Mangonel emplacement. Mangonel placement does cost 200 stone in comparison to an outpost. Was a spring goal's like 125, right? Can't find outposts. English player doesn't have any outposts? Heresy. Yep, spring goal placement's 125. And more farms going up over here. Monk trying to obtain a relic. I don't see a relic over here. 2 relics have been picked up by red, 2 relics have been claimed by blue, and 1 is picked up. There's a Mangonel. Spirit brace there. Let's get some splash damage there. The Mangonel placement does 10 times 3. And does do siege and not range. So battering rams will receive full damage from it. Looks like blue goes ahead across the T. Red decides to apply a separate amount of walls there. And now these villagers will get hit and warded away. Cataphracts won't get hit significantly by the spearmen. The cataphract is doing a great job. Those 2 spearmen have been low in health. Wasn't really paying attention to their health. The cataphract will win. Outpost almost complete. It should be quickly torched down. Keshiks will get health regen or health upon attack there. Got a Wolo back here. And red will deny this gold for the time being. He still has a gold deposit up here with less than 500 gold, not a lot. So blue will need to start aggressively pushing towards that gold deposit. Blue does, with that gold deposit there, it has enough gold to age up. Berkshire Castle there wouldn't be half bad, but maybe a bit overkill. English archers are getting some good damage there. Got a good number of mix of crossbows and longbows, as well as an also equal number of man-at-arms, as well as spearmen. Cataphracts do the massive charge forward there, getting some great splash damage and able to charge straight into the archer line. Due to their heavier nature, it will take a bit of time for them to be picked off as well. Red's pushing forward with decent ground force. Blue's front line is disintegrating, as well as his back line. More fierce forces being brought forward. Man-at-arms are nearly entirely cleaned on up. There's still a handful of spearmen on the field somewhere. Crossbows and longbows push way forward. Looks like a handful of Blue's army is right there, which may have been very important because if those spearmen were in that army, the charge attack would not have pierced through all the lines. The fact there was no spearmen there allowed the cataphracts to pierce through the lines, making spearmen even more important to counter the cataphract. The rest of these heavy cav is falling on back. Most of them are Keshiks. We've got another pair of cataphracts here. Archers and longbows pushing forward. The outpost still firing away with a handful of garrison arrows. Walls have been torched down. And the rest of these villagers may get killed off as well. There's quite a bit of stone right here for either player to utilize. There's actually 3 stone deposits here, but I'm going to see 2 for red. Ah, there's red's other stone deposit. If the English player is able to obtain the stone, he will be able to pull out a good number of keeps, get a quote-unquote network of citadels, if he so choose. Cataphract here will go down. Got more Keshiks and cataphracts here. Cataphracts has charged their way forward, but of course they rolled a relatively large miss. We now have the foreign engineer company being pulled out. The English player does have enough gold to age up. He may want to make sure he doesn't pull out a whole lot of gold assets since he's running low on gold. He may want to either get good Magnal hits there. He may want to make sure he has enough gold so he can age up as well as getting closures. But the spearmen try to push forward for harassment there, but the Magnal in place is doing some great work here. Also, your wolf engaging. Another village does move down there. The foreign engineering company is being pulled out here, which will allow them to deploy out siege mercenaries, Nest of Bees, Hui Hui Pals, and Royal Cannons. I feel like Royal Cannons and Hui Hui Pals tend to have an overlapping role, though the Hui Hui Pals definitely are better at sieging buildings. But the Nest of Bees, it's not a half bad thing to get for 600 olive oil. Right now, he can afford up to 3 of the Nest of Bees. He also has some now Giloms flowing field from the Golden Tower. He's currently deploying out Giloms. He does have a level 4 cistern as well. Berkshire Castle being pulled out defensively right there, as I predicted. This will give him a good defensive base to collect the gold. There's really not a whole lot of gold on this map. So you could, or either player could try eyeing to get out some traders. Spearman now engaging, getting some good damage here. Takes a couple cataphracts and horsemen. Got a good number of units here. Gilons will have trouble versus the men-at-arms, but there's a good number of spearmen here, which will be effective versus. Makes a archers across with the back line. Cataphracts do trample right there. They may be vulnerable as well. We've got the elite mercenaries as well as more ranged armor being researched. The Englishman are still pushing forward. Enclosure tech now being researched. That's all the research he can get. It's a critical research right now for the English player, getting that gold income. Elite cataphracts now blood on the field. And Blue's army is getting disintegrated once again. There's a good number. There's a wounded cataphract here, which could go down. Cataphracts starting to go down there. Yes, they do. And now got to keep pulling out over here. You invest a stone to get more keeps. Blue's trying to pull out these walls there. The villager does go down, and Red's army is falling back across that breach. Blue's army is going to get hit a little bit. Cataphracts did charge way forward. Oh, but here's some hand cannoneers. So the Byzantine player has lots of hand cannoneers and has 2 Nasta Bees out in the field as well. Keep now pulling the field. Give Blue a good hard point there. The Berkshire Castle will keep this area nice and secure. Has a knight here. Villager trying to repair up this tower, and he's trying to fit a Mangonel, and Villager trying to torch it. SMB's now pushing way forward. Brown Blue's villagers getting hit. Blue right now has less villagers. And looks like the Golden Tower is still deploying out some Gilons. Over here, we do have more horsemen pushing forward and trying to break through these walls. Red has an outpost here with a Mangonel placement, sieging down, denying the access to this wood. Interesting. Neither side has access to Central Sacred site, which both sides could use the gold income, primarily English player. But he is actually successfully collecting up that gold along the flank now, thanks to the Berkshire Castle. We got a bombard placement being pulled out by the Byzantine player. Handful of walls there. Red does deny them. And there's also, of course, these walls here already. More man-arms push way forward, as well as villagers. Villagers going to take time to build up those walls, apparently, or I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Walls now, or gates now to fire. Man-arms engaging. Gate will go down with some walls with it. Triumph has been activated there. Way forward, he has the gold bounty capability as well. Trying to deal with this man-arms best he can. Horsemen push way forward. And the English player does have textiles. Man-arms push way forward. King's Palace and the primary town center are firing arrows against these forces. These man-arms are not fully upgraded. They're not elite, nor they have all the blacksmith research. Keeps now firing away. Has been upgraded with bombard and placement. Going for boiling oil now. We got some spring golds here. Gilons may be able to take out the spring golds. One spring gold does go down. The rest of the main arms push way forward. More horsemen push way forward, trying to rebuild the walls of stone. But not enough spearmen or man-at-arms here to stop them. Cancels that one and then rebuilds it over here. So a good number of spearmen here. Has put some minor walls there. The spearman needs to start pushing over here, trying to save those villagers. And he has reinforced the back line with some stone walls, so he doesn't realize it, but going through this gate is completely worthless. They'll try for a different stone deposit. This one still has a bit of stone left on it. Man-arms and spearmen push way forward, and there's a handful of hand cannoneers as well. Two of them. Forces over there, finds more interior walls. Another triumph effect has been activated. Probably won't last all too long. Offers forward, including a royal cannon. Royal cannon does have the artillery shot, loads of cannon. I'm really familiar with this ability. I rarely ever see royal cannon, even by the French. Royal cannon, next shot has a greatly increased area effect, but no bonus damage against buildings. That's simple enough. Thought I could try hitting the villagers right there. The keep looks like will potentially go down. No, the keep will not go down here. Thanks to all the siege weapons there, thanks to spring bolts, barely saves the keep. Force them straight forward. The Berkshire Castle is loaded up with extra guys. No longer loaded up with extra guys. Still plenty of gold here, at least 7,000 to 8,000 gold. Burning Guard gains increased movement speed there. And up elite. So going for transition to his man-arms variant. I'm not really super familiar with the Varanian guards. Most people don't go for them. He does have some on the field. Increased damage for reducing its armor, the berserk ability. Not bad. There's a Gilons, there's a Varanian guard. Villagers getting stopped there. Horsemen blocking the villagers. Very nice. Good number of them are going down. Right now, Red's killed off 50 villagers. Blue's only killed off 23. And it looks like some of these other villagers may get hit as well. Pushing down some of the walls there. Must have been a misclick. Let's get a couple more villagers there. And the rest of these horsemen will be cleaned on up. The Varanian Guard, let's see now. They have greater melee armor than normal man-arms, getting up to having 6 base, up to 3 additional, so they have 9 versus the English man-arms, currently 10. We do have 16 plus 3 damage attack. There's elite army tactics, so 16 base damage up to 23, not bad. Attack speed 1.12. They also have the berserk ability. Give their 6 damage, reducing armor by 4. Not sure how effective that can be. In theory, against a melee armor, that could probably be very effective because the armor reduction, it's depending on what type of unit you're fighting. Over here, the base damage of these guys are 14 versus 16, so the Varanian Guard are stronger man-at-arms. They have 2 additional base damage, 1 additional armor compared to our standard man-at-arms. They do cost 130, which is with a little bit more gold and less food, so they're a bit more gold intensive, but they are stronger than normal man-at-arms. And being more gold intensive is very important because they don't have, the Byzantines, I don't think, have any unique gold collection. Their traders can get, looks like olive oil along with them. As a secondary, resources a pass effect, but not really special way to get additional gold, like enclosures. But the extra olive oil will be handy to pull out more mercenaries, such as the mercenary siege weapons. And Keshiks. I think Keshik's mercenaries are better than Gilong's, in my opinion. They both spawn on groups 3. What are the production speeds the same? Good English army push away forward, man-at-arms and battering rams. There's a university here. Deep as well. He does have a mangonel emplacement. A royal cannon pushes way forward, bombarding down this wall segment. There is some wooden walls behind it, but I believe that would create a path. Blue's army's not pushing forward. Veterans engaging. We do got some tower elephant mercenaries. They are armed with... Oh, they are armed with crossbows. So they will get bonus damage heavy. I thought they wouldn't have access to that, but they do get access to the crossbow variant. Which will make them so they can do bonus damage versus those men-arms. Triumph's been activated, which will greatly improve these horsemen, but right now this army over here is starting to disintegrate. He has some Keshiks now trying to engage the siege weapons. Elephants trying to engage the battering rams. Just keep a light boat down. Mounted units pushing forward over there. Not really anything to engage this post here. He's starting to do some traders here. He needs a trade to keep his gold income going. The keep does go down. The mounted units will be killed off. Loose push way forward here. More units, cataphracts, of course, will push way forward, as well as Varanian guards. A couple hand cannoneers here to engage these forces, and there's still a breach right there. Does network of castles, network of citadels, thanks to this nearby outpost. Branding guards push forward. They have switched to two-handed weapons, which will allow them to greatly improve the damage against these man-at-arms. The man-at-arms do have higher attack speed than Branding guards, thanks to nearby keep outpost. And overall their attack speed is slower than the Varanian Guard as well, their base attack speed. Over here we do got the horsemen now engaging, thanks to triumphantly able to fight a little bit better versus the elite man-arms, but they will have trouble though. They're causing the elite man-arms. A couple man-arms are there. If they stay alive, they can perhaps infest his opponent's base with some battering rams. Triumph still active at the moment. Another gold deposit being claimed. Good number of spare mining camps. Try and go for more mills and olive groves. We got a good number of hand cannoneers here, and since there's traversable walls up there, he can throw the hand cannoneers up there to get +2 additional range, which I don't think people use enough. The wall advantage. Pushing forward or around back, trying to hit these hand cannoneers. Hand cannoneers will get some good damage onto them. They're starting to disintegrate pretty quickly, but now the cataphracts and keshiks are engaging. But they will gun them down. We just have a good number of hand cannoneers. The Byzantine player needs eyes for some mangonels. He's getting some nested bees. Byzantine player is out of gold on the map. He does have 2 relics. No, one sacred site. SBs push way forward. Keep now set up delays. Varanian guards at this point in time may want to use a two-handed attack mode. The additional armor will not be useful against hand cannoneers to just hit really hard. SBs sort of get overran. More horsemen, and the Byzantine player does back the game. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.